Hi, my name is Simeon. I'm 15 years old. And I've been raised in a Christian home. So I've been a Christian pretty much my whole life. But I haven't always understood what that meant. It was only a few years ago that I actually encountered God's grace closely. I think there were times before that where maybe I would feel I had fallen too far for God, but I would think I was 12 or 13 when I actually encountered God closely. When I was 12, I was caught in a cycle of sin. I don't think I was living for God at all during that time. And there'd be times when I'd try to dig myself out of my own sin, but those efforts didn't work. I really needed Jesus to intervene. It got to the point where I was crying about it, and my dad shared a quote with me. I forget exactly who it was by, but it went like, if you're disappointed with yourself, it probably means you're trusting yourself too much. And that was really helpful because I just needed to give a lot of the weight to Jesus and take it off of myself. A few months later, I went through some really tough mental health struggles, and those were some of the scariest moments of my life. But looking back on them now, I can really see God working through them, because it was because of those struggles that I began to meet with my grandfather, and he really, I think God spoke through him and showed me God's grace through him. So that was really helpful. It was a few months later, or during that time, when I read Andrew Farley's Heaven Is Now and Brennan Manning's The Ragamuffin Gospel, and both of those books really showed me God's grace, and God was working through all of this to show me himself. Jesus has transformed me. He's transformed my mind, where before there was fear, now there's peace. And all of the darkness in the world feels so much smaller because of his presence inside of me and his promise of salvation. He's forgiven my sins and helped me to not chase after sins I would have before I encountered him closely. I want to get baptized because I want to take this step to show that I'm a child of God, because I think it can be easy at times when when I'd be ridiculed or persecuted because of my faith, to just hide my faith. And I don't want to do that. I want everyone to know that I'm a follower of God and a disciple.